Car design has undergone a massive transformation over the decades, evolving from extravagant, chrome-heavy cruisers to sleek, high-tech machines built for efficiency and speed. Each era brought its own unique style, technological advancements, and cultural influence, shaping the vehicles we see on the roads today. Let's take a ride through time and explore how car design has changed from the 1950s to today. The 1950s, the era of chrome, tailfins, and bold designs. The 1950s was a golden era for car design, defined by extravagance, optimism, and bold styling. This was the time when mass production became more refined and American automakers were competing to make the most eye-catching, futuristic designs. One of the most distinctive features of 1950s cars was the tailfin, a design trend inspired by jet aircraft and the space age. Cars like the 1959 Cadillac Eldorado had massive, sculpted fins that made them look like they were ready for takeoff. Chrome was another key element, with grills, bumpers, and trim pieces gleaming under the sun, adding to the luxurious appeal. Inside, cars were spacious and comfortable, often featuring two-tone color schemes, bench seats, and dashboard designs that looked like they belonged in a spaceship. This era also introduced power steering, air conditioning, and automatic transmissions, luxuries that made driving easier and more comfortable. Despite their beauty, cars from the 50s weren't the safest or most efficient. They were big, heavy, and built like tanks, but they lacked the safety technology we take for granted today. Still, they remain some of the most iconic and sought-after classic cars ever built. Are you a '59 Cadillac? Because you've got curves that are impossible to ignore. The 1960s, the birth of the muscle car and sleeker styling. The 1960s marked a shift towards performance, aerodynamics, and power. While some cars retained the extravagant styling of the 50s, many became sleeker, sportier, and more aggressive. This was the muscle car era, and American manufacturers introduced beasts like the 1964 Ford Mustang, 1967 Chevrolet Camaro, and 1969 Dodge Charger. These cars were lower, wider, and packed with powerful V8 engines, designed to dominate both the streets and the drag strips. European automakers, on the other hand, were focused on building lightweight, nimble cars with refined handling. Ferrari, Porsche, and Jaguar introduced designs that emphasized aerodynamics over brute force, leading to the rise of sports cars like the Ferrari 250 GTO and the Jaguar E-Type, both regarded as some of the most beautiful cars ever made. Inside, the focus shifted towards driver-oriented dashboards with more functional layouts, bucket seats, and sportier interiors. Safety also became a concern, leading to innovations like collapsible steering columns and seat belts becoming standard. The 60s was an exciting time for car design, a perfect blend of power, beauty, and emerging technology, setting the stage for even bigger changes in the next decade. The 1970s, the fuel crisis and boxy designs. The 1970s started with muscle cars at their peak, but by the mid-decade, things took a sharp turn due to the oil crisis of 1973. With gas prices soaring and stricter emissions regulations, automakers had to tone down performance and focus on fuel efficiency. Design-wise, the 70s saw the rise of boxy, squared-off styling, with cars looking more angular and less aerodynamic. Chrome began to disappear in favor of plastic bumpers, which became a requirement due to new crash regulations. The Volkswagen Golf, 1974, and Honda Civic, 1972, revolutionized the industry by introducing the world to the compact hatchback, proving that smaller, more efficient cars could be practical and stylish. Meanwhile, American automakers struggled as their large gas guzzlers no longer fit consumer needs. Inside, wood-grain dashboards and plush velour seats were common, while digital technology was still far from mainstream. The 1970s was a transitional period where the focus shifted from style and speed to practicality and efficiency. The 1980s, the rise of aerodynamics and high-tech features. The 1980s was the decade when cars started looking modern. Manufacturers focused heavily on aerodynamics, fuel efficiency, and technology, leading to smoother, more rounded designs. One of the biggest influences on 1980s car design was computers. Wind tunnel testing became widespread, leading to cars like the Audi 100 and the Ford Sierra, which had sleek, aerodynamic profiles that cut through the air more efficiently. This decade also saw the birth of some of the most iconic sports cars, including the Ferrari Testarossa, Lamborghini Countach, and Porsche 959, all featuring aggressive, wedge-shaped designs that screamed speed. The technology inside the cabin took a massive leap forward. Digital dashboards, electronic fuel injection, and turbocharged engines became more common, paving the way for the high-tech cars of the future. Are you an 80s Ferrari? Because you're fast, stylish, and way out of my league. The 1990s, the age of refinement and Japanese dominance. The 1990s was a refinement era where automakers fine-tuned their designs for better performance, safety, and efficiency. One of the biggest trends was the rise of Japanese automakers, who took the world by storm with legendary models like the Toyota Supra, Nissan Skyline GT-R, and Acura NSX. These cars combined high performance with reliability, making them incredibly desirable even today. Meanwhile, European brands were pushing luxury and performance to new heights, with cars like the BMW E39 M5 and the Mercedes-Benz S-Class W140 showcasing cutting-edge technology like GPS navigation, adaptive suspension, and high-end sound systems. Inside, cars became more comfortable, ergonomic, and high-tech, with airbags, ABS, and climate control becoming standard in many vehicles. The boxy styling of the 80s softened, leading to smoother, more organic shapes that carried into the 2000s. The 2000s to today, the era of smart, electric, and autonomous cars. From the 2000s onwards, car design entered the digital age. The focus shifted to fuel efficiency, sustainability, and technology, with hybrids and electric cars becoming more common. The Tesla Model S 2012 changed the game, proving that electric cars could be stylish, fast, and practical, leading to the rise of the EV revolution. Meanwhile, traditional automakers introduced advanced safety features like lane assist, adaptive cruise control, and self-parking technology. Car designs today are sleek, minimalist, and high-tech, often featuring massive touchscreen interfaces, smart AI assistants, and fully digital dashboards. Manufacturers are also experimenting with self-driving technology, bringing us closer to a future where cars might not even need human drivers anymore. The future of car design, the era of AI, sustainability, and autonomous vehicles. While today's cars are already packed with technology, the future of car design is set to be even more revolutionary. The industry is shifting towards sustainability, AI-driven systems, and full automation, with manufacturers focusing on creating smart, self-sufficient vehicles that enhance efficiency and reduce emissions. One of the biggest changes we'll see is the widespread adoption of fully electric vehicles. Companies like Tesla, Lucid, Rivian, and legacy automakers like Ford and BMW are racing to develop high-performance, long-range EVs that replace traditional gas-powered cars. Battery technology is rapidly advancing, and solid-state batteries could soon make EVs lighter, safer, and capable of traveling over 600 miles on a single charge. Another major shift is the rise of autonomous vehicles. Brands like Waymo, Tesla, and Mercedes-Benz are developing self-driving technology that could one day eliminate the need for human drivers entirely. Imagine sitting in a car that navigates traffic, finds parking spots, and even picks you up on demand without any input from you. The interiors of future cars will also be completely reimagined. With automation taking over driving, cars will turn into mobile living spaces, featuring reclining seats, massive interactive screens, and AI-driven assistants that adapt to your preferences. Some concepts even suggest fully transparent roofs, augmented reality windshields, and holographic displays that project navigation directions in 3D. Sustainability will also be at the core of future car design. Automakers are researching biodegradable materials, solar-powered charging, and even hydrogen fuel cells to make cars 100% eco-friendly. By the 2030s, we could see entire cities designed around electric, shared, and autonomous mobility, reducing congestion and pollution. Are you a Tesla? Because you've got my heart racing without making a sound. How safety innovations have transformed car design. If you compare cars from the 1950s to today, the biggest difference isn't just in styling, it's in safety. Over the decades, automotive safety has evolved dramatically, saving millions of lives through groundbreaking innovations. Back in the early days, cars were basically metal boxes on wheels, with no seat belts, no airbags, and barely any crash protection. Safety was an afterthought, and accidents were often fatal. The game changer came in 1959 when Volvo introduced the three-point seatbelt, a feature so effective that it's still used in every car today. In the 1970s, airbags became mandatory, adding an extra layer of protection during crashes. By the 1980s, anti-lock braking systems were introduced, preventing skidding and improving control in emergencies. The 2000s and beyond saw the rise of advanced driver assistance systems, such as lane departure warnings to keep you from drifting, blind spot monitoring to detect unseen cars, automatic emergency braking to prevent collisions, adaptive cruise control that adjusts speed based on traffic. Today, modern cars are built with crumple zones, reinforced cabins, and AI-powered collision avoidance systems, making them safer than ever before. Future advancements may even eliminate car crashes entirely, thanks to fully autonomous driving and predictive AI that prevents accidents before they happen. Safety may not be as flashy as horsepower or design, but it's the most important evolution in automotive history. The role of AI and connectivity in modern car design. The digital revolution has changed every industry, and car design is no exception. Modern vehicles are no longer just machines with engines. They're smart, connected devices that integrate AI, big data, and real-time connectivity to enhance the driving experience. One of the most exciting developments is the rise of AI-powered driver assistance systems. AI can analyze road conditions, detect potential hazards, and even learn from your driving habits to make recommendations. Companies like Tesla, Mercedes, and BMW are working on AI that can drive better than humans, reducing accidents and optimizing efficiency. Connectivity has also transformed how we interact with cars. Today's vehicles come equipped with voice-controlled assistants like Siri or Alexa, wireless smartphone integration, and real-time navigation. Some high-end models even predict when they need maintenance and schedule service appointments automatically. The future will bring even more game-changing innovations, like car-to-car communication, where vehicles share data to avoid crashes, 5G-powered autonomous driving, with instant updates on road conditions. AI-powered in-car entertainment offers personalized experiences for every passenger. The line between cars and smart technology is blurring, and soon, vehicles will be as intelligent as our phones, if not more. Are you a self-driving car? Because you've got me going places without even trying. The journey of car design continues. From the tailfin-crazed 50s to today's AI-powered EVs, the evolution of car design has been nothing short of spectacular. Every decade brought new trends, innovations, and technologies that shape the cars we drive today. As we look to the future, we can expect even more radical transformations. Self-driving technology, sustainability, and AI-driven smart features will make tomorrow's cars safer, faster, and more intelligent than ever before. What's your favorite era of car design? Drop a comment below and let us know. If you love this journey through time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on our latest content. Until next time, keep your engines revving and your dreams in high gear.